Welcome back, folks, to the Business Blast. It's brought to you by SATCO. Go to satco.com, man. If you're an electrical distributor and you got too many lighting peeps on your line card, just get rid of most of them and go SATCO, because SATCO has everything. They got it all. Legacy lamps, they got new LEDs. You go to satco.com, Greg, don't you? Every day?
Oh, you do, for sure. They're a great company. Their website's new, easy to use, awesome to see all their product. Check them out.
And you know what? They're not out to lunch on pricing either, man.
No, they're great. They're right in line where they need to be. They know lighting, man. Trust them.
I was thinking about this the other day because I want to talk to you about the difference between spontaneity and serendipity.
Ooh, you might have to define it just so I make sure I'm on par with you.
Well, Scott, why don't you look it up on the internet, the exact definitions of those two words while I'm talking to Greg, and just give me a thing when you have it and you can read it as part of the show. But here's my situation. I look at it like this, okay? You ever see people that say, oh, I don't like to plan things too much because I just like to be spontaneous?
Yep.
The condition of being spontaneous behavior or action.
Oh, okay, that's a crappy definition. Give
Yes.
me serendipity. So then that's like their excuse for not planning anything, Greg. Right?
Okay.
So, I just want to be spontaneous. I like to live life. I don't want to plan. Planning is so boring, and and then if I have to plan everything out, I feel like I'm all locked down. Right? Okay. And then I just think that's an excuse for procrastination. I think
I'm with you on that.
people, like, they say spontaneity. What they mean is, I like to procrastinate and then make up excuses and then spend money I don't have.
Basically, you have a built-in excuse so that you can't fail
Exactly.
because you're spontaneous.
Yeah. I like to come into the meeting and pull it all off at the last minute. That's when my best creativity happens, like 5 minutes in the car before I walk in. Yeah, that's
what happened in that one. Wow, I did it spontaneously, and I kind of wasn't ready. And
No, that'll never happen. So it's like spontaneity is what credit card companies love you to have, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I spontaneously didn't pay my credit card bill.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just decided tonight I'm going out to the casino because I'm going to forget about all my bills because I deserve it. You deserve this. Spontaneity is such a crappy thing. Don't be spontaneous. You got serendipity for me there, Scott?
Yeah, the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way.
Right. So when people talk about spontaneity, I think they're actually talking about serendipity. Okay? So if they're actually saying, yeah, I like to be spontaneous, what they mean is that if they're not cloaking procrastination in the cloaking procrastination in the spontaneity blanket, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's like a cloak. But if they've actually done their work and they've planned things out and they have all their ducks in a row and they go in there to that sales meeting or whatever it is they're doing and they make the presentation and everything goes great and the president of the company says, hey, man, you want to come back to my office and have a scotch? I just got a new bottle of scotch from my uncle in Scotland. He brought it over. It's this 10-year aged, and we'll talk a little bit more about your proposal. That's serendipitous, right? It's like it just happened that the scotch came. You were so prepared, and then you're like, I got another appointment in half an hour, in an hour. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send my executive assistant a quick message so that we can push that one or cancel it or whatever. And I'm going to go after this really cool, good thing that just happened. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? Serendipity is what you want in your life. Serendipity. Spontaneity, dude, is for the shitbirds.
Yeah.
Did I hit the nail on the head? Do you have any comments on that?
Yeah. No. I love the term. That's one of my good terms. Serendipity, though, you plan for it. Then you say
serendipity is like the lucky stuff that happens. Yes, it's like
because you're prepared.
Yes, because it's like you've done everything you're supposed to do, and then all these other wonderful things happen at the same time. It's like Like serendipity is, for me anyway, what I'm trying to describe here. I'm not a linguist, but what I'm trying to describe here is like what people think is spontaneity is actually serendipity. That's what they want in your life. You don't want spontaneity in your life. You don't want things happening that you don't know why they happen. You don't want to go off the cuff and do crazy things when you shouldn't. You want to do all the things you're supposed to do so that good things come to you.
Right. And I think that comes with the opposite of spontaneity, which is you're actually planning it, thinking about it, positioning yourself, getting your mindset right, getting your proposal right, getting everything you need to do when you're in front of the right person to make it serendipitous.
Exactly.
Is that kind of where we're going?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For sure.
Right.
So get rid of spontaneity.
Get it out. Get that term out. That's a credit card company term. Visa loves spontaneous people. That's who they want. Are you like, think about it. What do you see like in a credit card marketing? People running down the beach holding hands. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Forget all your problems, right? Just
we got you covered.
Yeah. 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 Like a pit boss in a casino. He loves spontaneous people. That's who he wants to see. Yeah, we got all the spot. After you lose your house, we're going to give you the high roller suite and free tickets to the show. And all the alcohol you can drink. Right? Be spontaneous. No, dude. Be serendipitous. Or allow serendipity to occur. After you've done everything that you're supposed to do, after you've worked hard and you have your schedule and there's an opening there, and then all of a sudden you get a call and yeah, you know what, I can really feel good about taking this opportunity or spending this money or canceling that appointment because this is actually more important than that. Right? And it's funny, it's one of those things that in life, it's when we start to live the right way. And what I mean, when you start to show up for yourself every day, which is something we're going to talk about at the Nailed Convention in Biloxi between the 19th and 23rd. We got Luke Sellers coming in, who taught me all this stuff about showing up for yourself every day. When you start doing all the things you need to do to take care of yourself, then you're in the best position to be Father of the Year, whatever it is you want to be, right? Or coach football or whatever it is, and you don't take on too much. You take on the right amount of work and you push yourself the right amount past maybe your barriers, but you're not crushed under the weight of all these crazy responsibilities you took on. When you show up for yourself every day, that's when you're in the best position to be the Father of the Year, in quotations, or to be this person or that. When you're not showing up for yourself every day and but that, you know what? It's because everybody else is so much more important than me. Right? Everyone else is so much more important than me. I'm doing bad things to myself. I'm eating bad food. I'm not getting enough sleep. Whatever it is, I'm not drinking enough water because I'm so busy taking care of everybody else. How greedy and selfish is that? Mr. Spontaneity. I spontaneously ate the whole cake. Exactly. Right?
Right. Yeah.
And so
I can't argue that.
We want to be conscientious, and all we humans, all us naked apes, we all do this sometimes. I'm not perfect, that's for sure. I'm not even close to perfect. I'm actually probably on the other side of the ledger. I need to start doing this more myself. I was probably speaking from the heart there, but we want serendipity in our lives, not spontaneity. We want serendipity in our business. That's where we don't want spontaneity in our business. We want serendipity. We do all the things we're supposed to do. We manage things correctly and cleanly and put our hearts into it and do our best and give that professional effort every day. Not 110%, 85%. Because you can't go at 110% because you're taken from the future. If you ask anybody for 110%, you're an asshole. You should ask people to give you an A or a B. So that when you really need them, you can push them. Let them save some energy. But then if we do all our stuff and we get an A every day and we try our hardest, everyone can get an A, especially for effort. Then we see serendipity open up towards us and the universe becomes a beautiful place. Business universe, life, whatever it is. And so we want serendipity, which is the extension of conscientiousness, not spontaneity, which is the result of procrastination. But go to satco.com, the conscientious serendipitous company in lighting. Satco's been around for a long time, and they have a lot of stuff in stock. They got warehouses all over the country, Greg.
They do, and then they're a great company to work with. They go above and beyond what they need to do, and they make everything serendipitous when you work with Satco. Get after them.
Alan Karen is the prince of serendip. Thanks for listening.